Here we are going to combine chapters 2 and 3 of EMATS Set 3, okay, into this particular video now. Chapter 2 is a very simple topic. It's on inequalities. Now, what is the difference between the inequalities you learn in Set 3 and the inequalities you learn in Set 1? Now, Set 1, the inequalities is simply, it's just one inequality, maybe like that or like that. They don't give you two inequality signs like that. Okay, so the difference between lower sec and upper sec is that in upper sec, right, you have what we call simultaneous inequalities. You are solving simultaneous. Why called simultaneous? Because this is one inequality, this is another inequality. Okay, so you have to solve this and this. In fact, you can solve like okay, but no lah, I think don't confuse you. We will just solve this two. Okay, that will form one inequality. That will give you one inequality, and then this other one will give you the other one. Okay, so it's very simple. The first two give you one. The second two will give you the other one. Alright? Okay. Now, how do you solve inequalities? Very simple. It's almost like solving equation, except when you divide by a negative number, you got to flip the sign. Or you times by a negative number, you got to flip the sign. Why like that? Why must flip? Why must flip? Yeah, that's a very good question. Okay, now, example, we say 10. 10, isn't it greater than, let's say, 2? Okay, but now if I multiply both sides by minus, that means I times minus 1. This will be minus 10, right? This will be minus 2, right? Okay? Isn't minus 2 now the bigger number? Correct? Minus 2, minus 3, then all the way minus 10, right? That is why we must flip. Okay? So very important, you need to remember this. And once you remember this, the rest is simple. Now, do not use mental, use calculator, because some of your mental is really terrible. Okay, and in the exam, you cannot afford to be terrible. Yeah, so you better use calculator. That's what the calculator is for. Okay, then remember, keep the x to one side, so you don't want the x here, right? Minus 18 on both sides, so it's minus 40 minus 18. That's why it's minus 58. Don't think of bring over. I tell you, say bring over, right? You will put 18 here, then it's wrong already. Okay, so minus 18 both sides like that. You don't want this here, you minus 18 both sides. Like that, then you get this, right? Then you don't want this here, number should be this side, so you minus 85. You minus 85 to the number, you will get this. Okay, then now you don't want the minus 58 here, right? Because you want x to be alone. Oh, sorry. Once, must we flip? No need, right? Because we didn't times or divide by a negative number, right? Okay, so all these are correct. Now, next step, because I don't want this minus 58 here, so I divide both sides by minus 58, right? I must think like that. Because I divide both sides by minus 58, I must, this is wrong already, I must change the sign. Like that. Then you press calculator, right? This over this, you will get this. Okay, right, as a mixed number for EMATS. Yeah, that's all. Okay, then now you do the other side, same thing. Then you ding ding dong dong, you go and check your answer. If it's that's equal, then you follow. Okay, so this is what you get. And after that, right, just now this was this way, right? This way, okay, I purposely write it just to tell you, you must flip. You must flip once you change this, once you divide by negative. Once you divide by negative, okay? Yeah. Okay, then now x is greater than this fella, so it should shoot this way. Okay, don't shade, right? Don't shade. Then you shoot this way. Shoot long. Okay. Then 3 2/3 must shade, right? Because it includes this point. Then you shoot which way? Shoot the other way. Because it's less than this value. And the overlapping part, because both these and these must be true, you see? So it must be the overlapping part. And how do you write the answer? Very simple. You write the x here, and then this number x is between this number and this number, so it's greater than this but less than or equal to this. That's all, finish. Okay, now after that, right, they may ask you certain other questions, then you just answer accordingly. What can they ask you? They can actually ask you to express your answer, demonstrate your answer in using a number line, which is this one. Okay, so how do you express your number, your answer, your solution as a number, using a number line? You do it this way. It's like doing this, it's like doing this, but you cannot draw like that, no, cannot. This is a rough working, okay? The actual working is like that. Don't shade right, and now shade right, shade you follow. This is the final working. Okay, if they ask you to illustrate your answer using a number line, all right? Okay, now next thing is indices. Our favorite, remember? You remember the indices? So indices not difficult, okay? Not difficult. Why some of you find it difficult? Because you didn't memorize the formulae, or even if the rules of indices, or even if you have memorized it, you didn't practice. You must practice using it, okay? So you copy this and then you try, all right? After that, then you check my answer, check your answer against my answer. Okay, very simple. When you see a bracket, ladies and gentlemen, when you see a bracket, then this power, then there's this power here, then there's a bracket with a power here, right? This bracket, as I always tell you, bracket means what? Like that day, we revised this in class, right? Just a few days ago, only the compound interest formula. Then P1 plus R over 100, then N, right? This bracket, then inside, this bracket here, this one you will have to times something, right, later. Then this one you divide something because of the 100, right? Remember, the number of times compounded, you divide. Number of times compounded, you times here. The bracket means times, right? Okay, same thing here. Bracket means times, so you times lah. Don't know, press calculator. Don't know, press calculator. Very simple. Life is so simple nowadays, Okay, bracket, right? Times. Bracket, right? Times. Like that. Okay, just use calculator and you'll get this. Okay, now this times this is different from just now, that bracket. Like the bracket is whole thing to the power of this, so it's like multiplied like that, 5 times this times this times this times this times this 5 times. That's why it's times, you see. This one also, but then now is this times this. That means it's just this combined with this, right? That's why you add, you add like that, like that. Okay, so that's the reason why you must use this kind of easy reasoning. Like that. Is it finished already? No, normally we need to leave in positive index. Okay, now you can leave your answer like that, but actually it is like that. Remember, the number at the denominator is like underground, right? This is at the ground, then this is at the root, right? So it's actually Q4, right? Q to the power 4, then root. The fifth root, right, 5 here. It's actually like that. Okay? So you need to be able to change from these to these and these to this. Okay? Now we're done with this kind of question. This kind of question is the simplified question, okay? Simplified question. And you must know, ladies and gentlemen, if you have P minus 2 here, then down here is 2, then you bring it up, right? You bring it up, it will become P2P squared. Okay? But if you have 2 over 5P like that, now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this minus 2 only belongs to the P. Nothing to do with this 5. This 5, the power is 1. Okay? So it's just this times this. They cannot combine together. So when I bring it up, it goes up alone. Okay? This stays as it is. Oh, sorry. I wrote wrongly. This stays as it is. Do you understand? Okay? Now we go to the next type of what do we call the indices question. Where is my paper? Okay, my paper is here. Then we'll call it a day, okay? Soft. Just now is simplify. Now is soft. Soft means what? You need to find the unknown. What is the unknown here? P. Okay? Now, you may want to copy the question and try first. Okay? Now, in E-maths, life is very simple. Okay? Like in the countryside like that, very simple. Not like in Singapore, very complicated, right? Okay, so why is life simple? You just need to make you just need to change all the base to the same base. So it is all about the base. Okay? And it's all about the base. Now you see, one look, everybody in the world will know that it's base 2, base 2, can be base 2, can be base 2. So you change it to base 2. Like that. Okay? Now be very careful. A lot of times in mathematics, right, when it's like base 3 kind of thing, 9, right, a lot of students would think that 9 is 3 to the power 3 because they thought it's 3 times 3. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is wrong because 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. How can 27 be equals to 9? So this is wrong. Okay? So what is 9 equals to? It is 3 square. So be very careful. No, ask your calculator. Your calculator is right beside you during the exam. It's your best friend. Okay? Then now do what? Now change to the same base. Like that. Okay? 4 is 2 square. This fella don't care about the power first. Leave it. Okay? But put a bracket. Put the bracket. The bracket will help you know that it's this whole thing times 3 later. The bracket will help you know that it's this whole thing 2p minus 3 times 5 because 32 is 2 to the power 5. And then remember the root. Because this is square root, right? So actually it's 2. So you divide by 2. Okay? Like that. Wait. Okay, now, what do we do next? Now that they're all in the same base, now, all in the same base is fine, but they all need to be at the same level. As mentioned, you are at 3rd floor. Example, but it's very difficult to talk to somebody at the 2nd floor. Correct or not? 3 innovation here, 2 innovation here, very difficult to talk. So can we all go up and talk? We go up, okay? We don't go down. Why? Because we don't want denominator. Okay? So everybody go up. You go up. So when you go up, what happens? The sign changed. Only the sign in front changed. Later, then you multiply in. Okay? You don't change the sign, change the sign. All wrong already. Okay? So just change the leader. You know the leader? Go up. Then change the sign. Okay. This fella. Just the leader, the main one here, change. This is plus now, right? Change to minus 5 over 2. Yeah. That's all. Okay? Then now, there is this very irritating power here. This, to the power of this. Yeah, that means it's this one, times this. Okay? Yeah. Then you this times this, like that, this times this. Minus 3 times minus 3 is 9. Okay? This, nothing done to it. Now all the denominators are the same and we are the same level. We can talk already, meaning we can remove the denominator. We don't need you already. Come down. Everybody come down and talk. Then you do. Then you get the answer. Okay? Very simple. So indices, more or less, is like that. Okay? Simplify like that. Inequalities like that. Solve. Remember to flip, draw your number line, so on and so forth. Okay? We'll end it here. Thank you.